There you go.
We're ready?
Yeah. So one thing in the jerk that we want to talk about is the mechanics, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to keep our feet usually underneath our shoulders, okay? Shoulders to hips. And why? Is because it's our power position, right? If we were going to do a box jump, or we were going to dunk a basketball, or whatever sport we're jumping, right? We want our feet underneath us. We wouldn't try to jump in this position, right? We would probably try to jump in this position. We want something very stable, we can load the body. Right? The next thing we want to talk about is usually when we squat, hips go back, right? Hips go back and down. We start to squat. The jerk is exactly the opposite. Our butt needs to stay underneath us. Okay? So when our butt stays underneath us, we need to push our knees forward. And what that looks like is a simple push the knees forward here. Right? Who knows Willy Wonka from the Chocolate Factory?
Oompa, oompa, oompity-doo.
It's as simple as that, right? If that helps you remember it, then I've done my job. So you want to shove your knees forward. The reason I want to shove my knees forward is it allows my chest to stay up. Okay? It allows my core to stay tight. And this is going to translate to me being able to drive the bar, which is on my chest in the front rack, just like a push press. Right? So this is our front squat, this is our straight press, this is our push press, something in between, right? And we can drive and hit that extension vertical. If I tilt forward, if I do this, I tilt forward and then drive, most likely the bar is going to go out. Okay? It's just pure trajectory. If I jump here, boom, bar goes out. So if I can sit vertical and drive off my chest, that's the goal. The next thing I want to remind you is, besides knees forward, chest up, is I teach people to go into what I like to call a Superman position. Right? What does Superman look like? Right? Big chest, right? You're showing off there like Clark Kent, right? But then what do we do? If I roll my elbows around into my push press, I got this super solid structure, right? Versus if I'm just here, when the weight's heavy, it may make my back roll. As I dip, the weight's already in the front of my chest, so what happens? I cave. If I'm in Superman position, that super strong position, and I'm dip and drive here, it's pretty hard for my back and my torso to get out of position. It's also really hard to go this way, because now look how far I have to go. So we're solving two problems in one shot. The hard part of that is getting strong enough, comfortable enough to support weight across your throat almost and your shoulders, okay? We're going to work on that today. It may be a mobility issue, but we're going to work on it and show you how to get there eventually, okay? So, first thing, so the next step here, we're going to be in this position, big chest, dip, drive. We have to finish the extension. A lot of us want to go and do a split. I want to see a huge, boom, extension, get off my chest. Okay, I said that, get off me, bro. Right? And the reason I say that is because, look, the bar is here. If I dip, drive to extension, the bar is going to float to here naturally, just from the exertion. Right? So let's look at that. How much farther will my bar have to go? Right? Inertia is going to carry the bar the rest of the way because you're going to finish the move. Boom. And we're there. Alright? So that takes us into the next squat. I'm glad I did this right. The next key I want to see is the knee over the front ankle. Alright? That's really important. One, because if my knee is forward, past my ankle, it puts pressure on the small of my back. So if I'm overhead in this position, my knee is back, I have a nice tight core. If I push the knee forward, bam, I feel pressure in the small of my back instantly. Push back, there we go. Alright, that's the one reason, okay? The next thing I want to see is my weight in the ball of my foot. Not in my toe, because this is not stable. Not flat-footed, because if I'm flat-footed, I have nowhere to go. I can't, quote-unquote, like dance with the weight. So if the weight's heavy, I need to do some of this to save it. That's okay. But if my foot's flat, I can't get my feet moving quick enough, okay? So knee over ankle, alright? Ball of my foot with a slight bend, alright? So we're here in the overhead position. The next thing we're going to do is press off with my front leg. Alright? The reason that is because if I try to pull the back leg, it tends to drag the chest. Bam, now my chest is dropped, the weight may go forward. Alright? Not always, but that's a rule of thumb. So that's an overview, and we're going to break down the steps in between that. That was just the big summary of everything we're going to cover today, okay? Cool, thanks.